You guys might be wondering, Erica, how are you eating that? Isn't that a lot of calories? And does that mean you're not gonna eat a lot during the day? No. So today's gonna be my actually macro counting video. I'm gonna try to go as basic as I can. It's just something that I need to try to simplify, but it's very difficult to. But just if you guys actually want to do it and all that, pause it, write down notes, and figure out your own macros. But let's just get going because that's like one of my favorite meals, and I can still eat a lot afterwards. Alright, fitness family, I'm gonna be using two different cameras. One camera, this is just gonna be so you can actually see that I'm actually showing you guys, and the other camera is gonna kind of like have the writing out so you guys can get more in depth and stuff of me trying to use one camera, trying to go back and forth. So we're gonna start off doing maintenance, and if you guys haven't already, somewhere in the video is gonna pop up maintenance calories. I want you guys to go there first before you even try to count your own macros, because if you don't know your maintenance calories, then you can't figure out the rest of the calories. So we're gonna use my starting weight when I started my cut around like 130. Well, I was 132, but I'm gonna keep it simple and go 130. So we're gonna start with my maintenance calories for 130. 130 is 2008, and that's how many calories I can eat in order to maintain that 130 weight. And then if you haven't figured that out, please go to the description bottom below and find the other video. So again, how I start off with all my cuts, and you don't have to do it so big, but I cut out 500 calories off the bat. So what I do is I minus 500 calories, and that will equal to 1580, and this will be my calories in order to lose weight. You can always start off with, I'm gonna cut out 200 calories, 300 calories, 400, up to 500. Try not to do any more than that, but what I like doing, since I've done this before, I just cut out 500 calories. So I'm gonna start my macros and count around my macros with 1580 calories. So cutting. Alright, so what I like doing, starting off with protein. Did I spell that right? I always try to do at least around a pound to 1.2 pound per weight. So if I'm doing 130, I times 130 times 1.2, and that's because I suck at eating protein, and I know I need a lot of protein for my muscles and all that. So I just times 130 times 1.2. I at least try to go 1.0 to 1.2. Don't try to go any lower than that. My protein intake will equal to 156 grams. I usually round up when I'm calculating the whole thing. So if you get a 0.6, then round up. If you get a 0.4 or below or whatever, then you can round down. I just tend to round up, and that will equal to 156 grams of protein that I can eat daily. And this whole thing is daily, not the whole week. You have to eat this daily. And then once I hit my protein, I go to my fats. So when I'm cutting, I do about 15% up to 25% of my calories into fats. and I don't try to go over 25%, and I do not try to go under 15%. So for this one, I'm gonna start off with just timesing it by 20%, and that's because I've done it before and I don't really need to go as high in carbs. So what I do is I get my cut-in calories, 1,580 times 0.20, which is 20%, and then I get 316. So that'll be 316 calories since I'm timesing for calories, and then I'm gonna divide it by 4. Actually, I'm gonna divide it by 9 because every gram per fat is 9 calories. And if you guys didn't understand that, that's in my other maintenance calories videos. So I divide 316 by 9 and I'll get 35. And that means I can eat 35 grams of fat. Once I figure that whole thing, because I always like doing protein, then fat, I go to carbs where all the rest of my calories go to carbs. So what I do is I count out all the calories, right? So for fat, I got 316 calories that I'm allowed to eat. So I go 316 plus, I'm gonna times 156 times 4, because again there's 4 calories per gram of protein. 156 times 4, and that gets me 624. So I put 624 and I equal that, I add this together, and that will give me 940. So counting all my protein and fat, it comes out to 940 calories. And what I do next is I get my cutting calories, which is 1580 minus 940, because those calories are out already. I will get 640, and that's the rest of my calories. So I divide 640 divided by 4 because every gram of carbs is 4 calories. So I divided by 4 in order to find the grams, and then that will give me 160. And that means I can eat 160 grams of carbs. So the end of it is that I get 156 grams of protein that I'm allowed to eat. I get 35 grams of fat that I'm allowed to eat, and I get 160 grams of carbs that I'm allowed to eat. And multiplying it by, per calories, that will get me to 1,580 calories. So that's pretty much breaking it down, and I know it might be a little bit difficult and it took me a while to understand, but that's how I am able to eat all the stuff I'm allowed to eat because of counting macros. So I decided to do this video early morning just because I haven't posted a video in a while, and I know it might be a little bit rushed or anything, but it's the most simple way that I can show you guys. But if you guys have any other questions, go ahead, write down in the description bottom below and I'll try to help you guys out. If anything, if this video gets at least, let's just say 70 likes, then I'll pick out 2 people that really want to lose weight and I'll count their whole macros for them. But it's kind of simple. I just took some time to actually think about why I'm doing this, and it's a lot of research that I have done. So on the description bottom below, I'll cite my research and all that stuff, because I put a lot of thought into this. And when I'm dieting, I don't want to diet and like suck at life. I don't want to be always craving. I don't want to be thinking that dieting sucks overall. I get, when I'm done bulking, when I'm done doing certain things, I get super excited to go back to cutting to see how much I can do and how well I can do it. So it's sometimes, it's a struggle. Sometimes I do want to go out and eat and like splurge on whatever I want, but being disciplined and only doing this for like 2 months is like, when it's done, it's kind of worth it. So I'm happy with all the progress I've done, and eventually I'm gonna start talking about refeeds, because I can tell you there's one time that I had CQ and I just did a full refeed where I ate whatever I wanted. I ate chips, I ate like a protein cookie because I really wanted a protein cookie, I ate Lunchables, I ate this and that, and I wasn't counting calories just because I wanted a 1 day break, but which was my refeed day. And then 2 days after, I hit my lowest weigh-in. So this whole dieting thing, it's playing with your body, and it's not always gonna fit to a T. And that's why I'm always changing my macros, because 1 week I'll be like, all right, my weight is, you know, going this way. Now I know I need to bring it down a little bit, or I'm losing too much weight, so I need to bring it up a little bit. It's not about the scale number. It really isn't. It's about how you feel, how you look. It's always just playing around with it. You know, you see all these bodybuilders and all these health people, they're always playing with their meals, playing with their health, trying to figure out what works for them. So realize not everyone has a certain plan. You need to fix it and change it the way you want to change it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of late, but I'm trying to get back onto YouTube. I've actually missed it. I've taken a slight break of it because I have a lot of stuff going on, and I just haven't been sleeping that well. But I miss it, so I'm gonna get back to it, and yeah. So, expect more videos coming out, especially it's almost the end of the month and I have big plans coming up soon, and I have a lot of stuff I still need to do this weekend. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. I am out. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Deuces, gooses.